Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Now I thought I would do a flight from Gardermoen up to Værnes. I'm connected to WhatsApp and there are some controllers online. Polaris covering the southern part of Norway, and also tower here at Gardermoen, I believe. So that should be interesting, and quite a lot of fun. So let's get into the cockpit and do some preparations. Start by getting the flight plan loaded in. We are at Echo November Golf Mike. And we are at stand Q4. Route. Set payload. Set fuel. And you can start boarding if GSX is loaded. It is.
Boarding requested.
And let's start APU. We can tune the 80s. Stop and find the chart here.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
127155.
Archer check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Visibility 9 kilometers. Clouds. Few at 4,200 feet. Overcast at 4,800 feet. Light rain. Temperature 6, 2.4. QNH 1019. Acknowledge information Tango on first contact.
Tango.
Oslo Gardermoen departure information Tango. Time 0750 Zulu. Runway 01 left in use. RCR runway 01 left at time 0715 Zulu. Runway 5/5/5. 100% wet. For en route clearance request via data link, or contact tower 118.305. Meta report. Wind 050 degrees 6 knots variable between 030 and degrees. Visibility 9 kilometers. Clouds. Few at 4,200 feet. Overcast at 4,800 feet. Light rain. Temperature 6, 2.4. QNH 1019. Acknowledge information Tango on first contact.
1019 on the QNH. Engine tower right of way 118305.
Top Sky 433 via Alpha 2, line up, runway 01 left. Top Sky 433, line up, runway 01 left.
Line up 01 left, Top Sky 433.
Top Sky 433, wind 050 degrees, 6 knots, runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff, Top Sky 433.
Do the calculations. 01. Second 45.
Gardermoen Tower, god morgen. Nordic 1264, stand 54, information Tango requesting IVAR clearance to Gassi Passa.
Nordic 1264, Gardermoen Tower, good morning, cleared Gassi Passa, Uxat for Alpha departure, runway 01 left, climb 7,000 feet, squawk 4042.
Cleared Gassi Passa, Uxat for Alpha departure 01 left, initial climb 7,000 feet, squawk 4042, Nordic 1264.
Nordic 1264, lead back correct.
63740.
Gardermoen Tower, good morning, Scandinavian 821 stand 76 with information tank on board, request IFR to Amsterdam.
First, Top Sky 433, contact Polaris Control, 131.665, goodbye.
131.665, thank you for your service. Goodbye, Top Sky 433.
Scandinavian 821, Gardermoen Tower, good morning, clear to Amsterdam Schiphol, Vippa 1 Alpha departure, runway 01 left, climb to 7,000 feet, stroke 1701.
Clear to Amsterdam via the Vippa 1 Alpha departure, initial climb is 7,000 out of runway 301 left, squawk 1701, Scandinavian 821.
Scandinavian 821, read back correct.
Ribbon Alpha. Gardermoen Tower, request IFR Aspire to Værnes with information Tango Nordic 243.
Nordic 243, Gardermoen Tower, hello. Require odd levels to Værnes. Report requested level.
Request level 330 Nordic 243.
Nordic 243, roger, cleared Værnes, Ribbe 1 Alpha departure, runway 01 left, climb 7,000 feet, expect cruise level 330, squawk 1230.
Clear to Værnes, initial climb 7,000 feet, Ribbe 1 Alpha departure 01 left, squawk 1230, Nordic 243.
Nordic 243, Ribbe correct.
Gardermoen Tower, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, Gardermoen Tower.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, stand 65 information Tango, requesting IFR partial clearance to Göteborg.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, cleared Göteborg Landvetter, Oxat 4 Alpha departure, runway 01 left, climb 7,000 feet, squawk 2563.
Clear to destination via Oxat for Alpha departure from runway 01 left, climb initially 7,000 feet, squawk 2563, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, Ribbe correct.
Then we should be ready. We enter VR.
Gardermoen, gå plats Scandinavian 2492 with Tango at stand 4 in press clearance to Roger.
Scandinavian 4492, Gardermoen Tower, go formiddag, cleared long, Ribbe 1 Alpha departure, runway 01 left, climb 7,000 feet, squawk 6210.
Långebyn, Ribbe 1 Alpha, 01 left, initially 7,000, squawk 621, 0 Scandinavian 4492.
Scandinavian 4492, Ribbe correct.
Like so. One, 3, 1, 6, 6, 5.
Nordic
6-5.
1264 requesting push and start.
665.
Nordic 1264, push and start approved, release point 17, facing west, QNH 1019.
Push and start approved, release point 17 facing west, QNH 1019 Nordic 1264.
Gardermoen Tower request to push and start gate 24, Nordic 243.
Nordic 243, push and start approved, QNH 1019.
QNH 1019, Nordic 243.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel. Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Gardermoen Tower, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, stand to 6-5, ready for push and start.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, push and start approved, QNH 1019.
Push and start approved, QNH 1019, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Scandinavian 449 to stand 4 request push and start.
Scandinavian 4492, hold your hold position.
449.
Unlocking gear.
Zero 1 2.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Gardermoen Tower ready for taxi, Nordic 243.
Clear.
Nordic 243, taxi Golf and November to holding point, runway 01 left.
Taxi to holding point 01 left, Golf November, Nordic 243.
November, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, ready for taxi.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, taxi Romeo, Papa and November to holding point, runway 01 left.
We are Romeo Papa, November, taxi to holding point 01 left, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Nordic 1264 requesting taxi.
Nordic 1264, taxi Juliet and Zulu, hold short Papa.
Juliet, Zulu, hold short Papa, Nordic 1264.
Yeah, it should be quite ready. Oh, APU, I need to turn that one off.
Oslo Tower, North 91, Juliet.
First Scandinavian 44902, push and start approved, face east, QNH 1019.
Push approved, face east, Scandinavian 4492. And 1019 Scandinavian 492.
North 91 Juliet, Gardermoen Tower.
North 91 Juliet, stand 319 IFR to Kristiansand with information Tango, request clearance.
North 91 Juliet, cleared the Kristiansand Kjevik, Pippa 1 Alpha departure, runway 01 left, climb 7,000 feet, stroke 0105.
North 91 Juliet, cleared to Kristiansand S-File, Whip 1 Alpha, departure out of runway 01 left, initial climb 7,000, squawk 0105.
North 91 Juliet, read that correct, break, Nordic 1264, taxi Papa and November to holding point, runway 01 left.
Papa, November to holding point 01 left, Nordic 1264.
North 91 Juliet, startup approved, QNH 1019er. Are you able departure from intersection Charlie 1?
Startup approved and able Charlie 1, North 91 Juliet and QNH 1019er.
Oh.
Nordic 243, line up, runway 01 left.
Line up 01 left, Nordic 243.
Nordic 243, wind 050 degrees, 6 knots, runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, Nordic 243.
we will take it Alpha 3, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, roger, via Alpha 3, line up, runway 01 left.
By Alpha 3, by 01 left, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Scandinavian 4492 taxi.
Scandinavian 4492, left turn to join Whiskey, Zulu and Papa, hold short November.
Left and Whiskey, Zulu Papa, hold short November, Scandinavian 449.
North 91 Juliet, request taxi.
North 91 Juliet, turn, correction, taxi, holding point Charlie 1, runway 01 left.
Holding point Charlie 1, runway 01 left, North 91 Juliet.
Nordic 243, contact Polaris 131, decimal 665, so long.
Contacting Polaris 131655, Nordic 243.
131665.
131665, Nordic 243.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, wind 050 degrees, 6 knots, runway 0.
And 1466, clear direct Nosla, descend flight level 120.
120, consider us again.
Scan 1466, direct Nosla.
Polaris control passing 5,000 feet for 7,000 feet, Nordic 243.
Squawk 4550, and can you please repeat the initial climb?
First Nordic 243 identified, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, Nordic 243.
Scandinavian 1316, it's the Tuxil 4 Charlie departure, initial climb 6,000 feet.
So clear for Gatwick via Tuxil 4 Charlie departure, initial climb 6,000 feet, and squawk 4550 for Nordic 1316.
Nordic 1316, 3 back correct.
Lars control close 35 the side partners to also account with information review.
This is 35 November Whiskey, Polaris Control, cleared Warszawa, Pmdg to Golf departure, initial climb 4,000 feet, squawk 3722.
Cleared to Warszawa via Bond to Golf departure, squawk 3722 with 35 November Whiskey.
This is 35 November Whiskey, initial climb 4,000 feet.
And initial climb 4,000 feet with 35 November Whiskey.
Mr. 35 November Whiskey, feedback correct.
Control, good day. Finnair 7 Papa Alpha at Stavanger Gate, number 13, information from Romeo as clearance to Stockholm as flight.
First, Blue-Max 417 Hotel, descend 5,000 feet, QNH is 1019er.
Turn 5,000 feet, QNH 1019 at Blue-Max 417 Hotel.
Scandinavian 37 Alpha, contact Gardermoen Tower, 118 decimal 305.
Tower Bomber 305, Scandinavian 37 Alpha.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, Polaris Control, identified, climb flight level 310.
310, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, report current altitude.
Altitude 3,500 feet.
And Finnair 7 Papa Alpha, Polaris Control, cleared to Arlanda, cleared 1 Golf departure, initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 2055.
Please Arlanda, runway 18, Uplev 1 Golf departure, initial climb 6,000, squawk 2055, Finnair 7 Papa Alpha.
Finnair 7 Papa Alpha, feedback correct. Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, clear direct Kelin.
Clear direct Kelin, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Nordic 243, would you like the ILS or the visual approach?
Request ILS, Nordic 243.
Nordic 243, clear direct Bampu.
Cleared direct Bampu, Nordic 243.
Delta Uniform November requesting 1 minute of talk cockpit.
Approved.
Polaris Control, North 91 Juliet, altitude 4,300, climbing 7,000.
North 91 Juliet, Polaris Control identify the climb flight level 320, and if you could put your microphone a bit further away from your mouth, that's clipping.
North 91 Juliet, climb flight level 320, and say again rest of the message.
Put your microphone a bit further away from your mouth. It's clipping, so it's too loud for your microphone.
I don't got
Roger.
bumpy.
North 91 Juliet, clear direct NALIP. Expect ILS runway 21.
Direct NILIP and expect ILS runway 21 North 91 Juliet. And is the mic better now?
Affirm.
Delta Uniform November back in cockpit.
Roger.
Polaris Control, good morning, Nordic 126 for passing 2,800.
126 for Polaris Control identified, climb flight level 310.
Climb flight level 310, Nordic 1264.
Nordic 243, clear direct bumper, initial approach fix for runway 09er.
Polaris Control, what flight plan do you have, Nordic 243?
You're going to Værnes, correct?
That's correct, but I didn't have Bumpu in my list, Nordic 243.
Well, Bumpu is the initial approach fix for ILS runway 09er, so it's for sure there. It might not be on the flight plan, but you should go direct there.
Yes, I had to arm the approach first, Nordic 243.
Blue Max 417 Hotel, when ready, descend 4,000 feet, clear LS Yankee, runway 01 right.
Descend 4,000 feet, ILS Yankee, runway 01 right, correction 01 left, correction 01 right, Blue Max 417 Hotel.
Oh, ILS 09. And Vegod 1 Lima.
With a 35 November whiskey request push start.
We said 35 November Whiskey, push and start approved, QNH is 1017.
There we
Push and
have.
start approved, QNH.
Now we have Bumpu.
35 November list.
Nordic 1264, clear direct Kalin.
Clear direct KLN, Nordic 1264.
Blue Max 417 Hotel, contact Gardermoen Tower, 118.305.
118.305, Blue Max 417 Hotel.
Polaris på förmiddagskan även 4492, Ribe 1 Alpha.
Scan 449, clear Polaris Control identified, report current altitude, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, scan 4492.
Scan 449, report current altitude.
Passing 2,500.
Gardermoen 1466, descend 5,000 feet, can reach 1020.
5,000 feet, 1020, scanning 1466.
Delta Uniform November, when ready, descend 7,000 feet, QNH is 1016.
Ready descending to 7,000 feet, QNH is 1016 Delta Uniform November.
Gardermoen 1, disregard. Gardermoen 4492, clear direct Gigny.
Direct to Gigny for Gardermoen 4492. Thank you.
Den.
Polaris Control, Nordic 1316, request clearance for push and start.
Nordic 1316, push and start approved, QNH is 1016, short and straight push.
Clear for startup and pushback, Nordic 121.
Polaris Control, skriv in 889, passing flight level 276 for flight level 100.
QNH 889, Polaris Control, descend flight level 120. Expect ILS Yankee, runway 01 right, and after takeoff direct inserve.
After takeoff direct inserve, descend flight level 120, expect ILS Yankee 10 right, Scandinavian 89.
Police Control on Rick 6 Tango Romeo, request flight level 270.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, sorry, say again.
Request flight level 270.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, stop, climb flight level 270, cleared KLIN 3 Sierra arrival.
Cleared 3 Sierra arrival at flight level 270 on Rick 6 Tango Romeo.
One 10.3.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, Union, correction, disregard.
And heading 086. Bumper 4,000 feet. Bumper, straight to bumper.
Gardermoen 243, when ready, descend flight level 140. Nordic 243, when ready, descend flight level 140.
Descend flight level 140, Nordic 243.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, when ready, descend flight level 160.
160, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
Nordic 6 Tango Romeo, contact landmeter approach 124.680.
124.680, Nordic 6 Tango Romeo.
With a 35 November whiskey ready for taxi.
With 635 number whiskey, Newcnage 1018, taxi whiskey 2 Charlie Yankee, holding point runway 18, cross runway 18.
Taxi via whiskey to Charlie Yankee, holding point runway 18, cross runway 18, QNH 2018 with a 35 November whiskey.
Scandinavian 1466, descend 4,000 feet, clear as Yankee, number 01 right.
4,000 clear Alice, Yankee 01 right, Scandinavian 466.
Polaris Control Nordic 97 Mike, Flesland, stand 31 with information Alpha, requesting IFR clearance to Göteborg.
Nordic 97 Mike, Polaris Control, clear Landvetter, Tuning to Charlie departure, initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 1477.
Tuning to Charlie departure, initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 1477, Nordic 97 Mike.
Nordic 97 Mike, Quebec, correct. North 901 Juliet, when ready, descend flight level 160.
When ready, descend flight level 160, North 901 Juliet.
Polaris Nordic 1087 with you.
Nordic 1087, Polaris Control, hello. Cleared SEPA for Lima arrival, expect LS Yankee, runway 01 right. Descend flight level 120 and report current level.
Clear the SEPA for Lima arrival 01 right, LSM clear. Descend flight 120, passing 3250.
Polaris Control, Nordic 136, request clearance for taxi.
Nordic 1316, taxi Delta Yankee, holding point runway 17.
Taxi to holding point runway 17 via Yankee for Nordic 1316.
Polaris Hello, Scandinavian 73 Alpha, 54000.
Scandinavian 73 Alpha, Polaris Control identified the climb flight level 310, cleared the Kelin.
Climb 310, cleared by Kelin, Scandinavian 73 Alpha.
Delta Uniform November, descend 4,000 feet.
Descending 4,000 feet, Delta Uniform November.
Nordic 1264, should we swap to advisory?
If arm break, Scandinavian 1466, Unicom, caution contact Gardermoen Tower 118, decimal 305.
18305, Scandinavian 166.
Nordic 1264, Unicom, bye-bye.
Unicom, Nordic 1264, bye-bye.
Scandinavian 889er, descend 5,000 feet, QNH is 1020.
Descend down to 5,000, QNH 1020, Scandinavian 889er. Nordic
1087, after TECWA, direct inserve.
After TECWA, direct inserve, Nordic 37.
Delta Uniform November via Nepam, cleared ILS Whiskey, runway 17.
Via Nepam, cleared ILS Whiskey, runway 17, Delta Uniform November.
Polaris Control, good day, Sierra Papa November Tango Alpha at Floro, request clearance to Kristiansund.
Sierra Papa November Tango Alpha, Polaris Control, hello, expect clearance when taxiing out. Wind is 3103, 6 knots, temperature is 8, QNH is 1017, report taxiing out, and expect runway 07 for departure.
Wind copied, and we'll call during taxi, expect departure 070 Tango Alpha.
Polaris Control, Airplane 109 passing 4,000 feet.
Airplane 109, Polaris Control identified the climb flight level 310.
Climb flight level 310, Airplane 109.
Airplane 109, clear direct Kalen.
Clear direct Kalen, Airplane 109.
Polaris Control, Nordic 97 Mike, request push and start.
Nordic 97 Mike, push and start approved, QNH is 1016.
Push and start approved, QNH 1016, Nordic 97 Mike.
Scandinavian 889er via Valby, clear ILS. Via Valby, Insuv.
Insuv for 889er.
Thank you, Scandinavian 889er via Insuv, clear ILS Yankee, then 01 right.
Via Insuv, clear ILS Yankee, 01 right, Scandinavian 889er.
Polaris Control, hello, the Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel, inbound bar up flight level 350.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel, Polaris Control, cleared bad up to November arrival, expect LS Whiskey, runway 17.
Bar up arrival, expect whiskey arrival, ILS 17, Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel, bad up to November arrival.
Bar up to November arrival, the Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel.
Norris 91 Juliet is on 5,000 feet. QNH is 1017.
Descend to altitude 5,000 feet at QNH 1017 North 91 Juliet.
Nordic 1316, runway 1, cushion by Alpha 2, runway 17, clear for takeoff. Wind calm.
Clear for takeoff, runway 17, Nordic 1316.
Probably get further descent soon. Uh, 50 miles. $10,000. $30 miles, so should start descent.
And Nordic 4, cushion 243, descent flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Nordic 243. Getting clear of the mountains and the snow.
Airplane 109er, cleared Kalin 3 Sierra arrival.
Clear Kalen 3 Sierra arrival, Avenue 109.
Delta Uniform November, fully established on the localizer runway 17.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. And you head?
Runway 17, clear to land, Delta Uniform November.
Delta Uniform November, negative. There's for no need to report established. I have eyes and radar, so I'm perfectly able to see where you are, and there's aircraft on the runway. So, listen out.
Yeah.
Skyline 889er at the Gardermoen Tower, 118, decimal 305.
Over to Gardermoen Tower 118 305, Skyline 889.
Skyline 2865, Unicom, hello. Carry 1 there.
122, display, Skyline 2865, bye-bye.
Bye.
Sierra Papa November Tango Alpha Floro request startup.
And Sierra Tango Alpha startup approved. QNH is question. Confirm you're ready to taxi out.
Affirm we are ready, Sierra Tango Alpha.
Sierra Tango Alpha cleared to Kvernberget, enter controlled airspace onto Kursen Kumdo 1 Golf departure, climbing to flight level 120. Squawk 5147.
Gumdo 1 Golf departure, initial climb 120 squawk 5147 Sierra Tango Alpha.
Sierra Tango Alpha, reback correct. There is no reported traffic runway 07. Report passing 7,000 feet.
We'll call when passing 7,000 Sierra Tango Alpha.
Delta Uniform November, wind is calm, runway 17, clear to land.
Runway 17, clear to land, Delta Uniform November.
Nordic 1087, descend 5,000 feet. QNH is 101, cushion 1020.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1020, Nordic 108.
With a 35 Whiskey holding runway 18.
With a 35 November Whiskey, wind is 130 degrees 7 knots, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff runway 17 with a 35 Whiskey. Correction runway 18.
Polaris Control Nordic 97 Mike, request taxi runway 17.
Nordic 97 Mike, taxi Whiskey Bravo Yankee, holding point runway 17.
Whiskey Bravo Yankee, holding point runway 17, Nordic 97 Mike.
Central Nordic 26 Charlie, follow 7,000.
Nordic 26 Charlie, Polaris Control identified. Climb flight level 380, direct T-PAN.
Check T-PAN, climb 380, Nordic 36 Charlie.
Nordic 1316 identified, report current altitude, climb flight level 360.
Polaris Control, can you repeat please? Nordic 1316.
Nordic 1316 identified, report current altitude, climb flight level 360.
Current altitude is 6,000 feet, we'll climb to flight level 360, Nordic 1316.
North 91 Juliet, descend 3,000 feet, clear LS runway 21.
Descent to altitude 3,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 21, North 91 Juliet.
Skyline 73 Alpha, Unicom, bye-bye.
Unicom 73 Alpha, bye-bye.
Nordic F243, descent 5,000 feet, QNH is 1021.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1021, Nordic support.
Good day, Condor 3 to uniform, stand 1 to Solar, information, Sierra request push start. EDC 004.
Condor 3 to uniform, short and straight, Persian start approved, QNH 1017.
Short and straight push is approved, QNH 1017, Condor 3 to uniform.
And Nordic 97 Mike takes Charlie and Yankee to holding point 17.
Charlie, Yankee, holding port 17, Nordic 97 Mike.
Delta Uniform Mike takes you straight ahead to parking.
Taxiing straight ahead to the parking, Delta Uniform November.
Airplane 109er, when ready, descend flight level 160.
When ready, descend flight level 160, Aberdeen 109.
Nordic 1316, clear direct T-pan. Nordic 1316, clear direct T-pan.
Direct T-pan, Nordic 1316.
Polaris Scandinavian 889er go around at Gardermoen, flying 110, maintaining 4 fast.
889er, Polaris control, turn right heading 165.
Right 165, 889er.
Nordic 1087 via INSEV, clear LS Yankee, over 01 right.
We're in clear LS Yankee, 01 right, Nordic 108.
Mr. 35, November Whiskey, identified, report current altitude, climb flight level 210.
First, flight level 3. Can you say again, please, was that 35 November Whiskey?
Mr. 35, November Whiskey, identified, climb flight level 210.
First, climb level 210, was that 35 November Whiskey?
North 91 Juliet, wind is 180 degrees 4 knots, runway 21, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 21 and North 91 Juliet.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel, when ready, descend flight level 180.
Descent 180, the Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel.
Confirm when ready, descend, so when on profile. Expect to cross Dibma at or above flight level 180.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Nordic 243, I'm gonna make it a bit high. I'm gonna give some slightly low vectors. Turn left, heading 270.
Turn left heading 270, Nordic 243.
Scam 4492, Unicom, bye-bye.
Advise Scandinavian 4492, head up.
Nordic 907 Mike, runway 17, clear for takeoff. Wind is calm.
Runway 17, clear for takeoff. Nordic 97 Mike.
What's the alarm?
Nordic 1766, 2000, final feet, climbing 7000.
Nordic 1766, Polaris control identified, climb flight level 340.
Climb to level 340, Nordic 1766.
Scandinavian 889er, turn right heading 190.
Right 190, 889er.
Scan Nordic 243, turn right heading 2060.
Good.
LS runway 27.
Turn right heading to... say again, Nordic 243.
Turn right heading 060 and clear LS runway 09er.
Turn right heading 0760.
And clear LS 09er.
Clear ILS 09, Nordic 243.
Country to uniform request exit.
Condor 22 uniform taxi Lima Romeo Golf holding point runway 18.
Lima Romeo Golf holding point 18, Condor 3 to uniform.
Finnair 7 request push and start.
First airplane 109er, contact Landvetter approach 124.680.
Good work, approach on 124.680, Aberdeen 109, thanks, bye.
Finnair 43, 7 Papa Alpha. One stick Condor passes behind you, person start approved, QNH 1018.
Push start approved, QNH 1017.
Condor 3 to uniform, new QNH 1018.
1018, Condor 3 to uniform.
Nordic 79 Mike, identified, report current altitude, climb flight level 370. Nordic 97 Mike, identified, report current altitude, climb flight level 370.
Current altitude 1,800 feet. Can you repeat altitude?
Nordic 97 Mike, climb flight level 370, direct Pmdg.
370 direct Pmdg, Nordic 97 Mike.
Nordic 1087, speed 180 knots or greater until 6 mile final.
160 greater until 6 miles, Nordic 1087.
Nordic 107, negative 180 knots or greater until 6 mile final.
180 greater until 6 miles, Nordic 1087.
Nordic 1766, clear direct Luther.
Luther, Nordic 1766.
Nordic 243, wind is 130 degrees, 10 knots, runway 09, clear to land.
Clear to land, Nordic 243.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel, clear direct Gilva.
Direct Gilbert, Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel.
With a 35 November Whiskey, Unicom by... Actually, remember my frequency.
Alright, maybe also consume the frequency.
Scandinavian 88 turn right heading 080. Caution right heading 280.
Right 280, Scandinavian 889.
Nordic 1087, contact Gardermoen Tower 118.305.
Tower 118.305, Nordic 1087.
Advisory to Lima, hello, flight level 400 about at knock.
Hello, Street to Lima, Polaris Control, squawk 5722, caution 5277.
Squawk 5277, the advisory to Lima.
Is there 35 number whiskey? You seem to be descending. Confirm you're climbing to flight level 210.
Wait, sorry, the flight level 209. Sorry.
Scandinavian 889, turn right heading 340, clear ILS 01 right.
Right 340, clear ILS 01 right, Scandinavian 889.
Polaris, good morning, Viking 424, flight level 240.
Viking 44, Polaris Control, will clear direct Nostra, expect LS Yankee, runway 01 right. Viking 44, clear direct Nostra, expect LS Yankee, runway 01 right.
Clear direct Nostra, expect LS Yankee, 01 right, Viking 44.
And Scandinavian 88 continue right turn heading 040 if you're not established.
Continuing right turn 040, Scandinavian 88.
Condor 3 to uniform, line up runway 18.
Eller på net, Condor 3 to uniform.
Approaching minimums. Sync rate.
Viking 44, Polaris.
30.
Viking 44, go ahead.
10.
Unable to find the waypoint. Possible other redirects.
No, you will find it. It's the intermediate approach X ILS Yankee 01 right. So it's on the chart, you will see it there.
Well, we are down at least. Got a bit lost on the allies.
Okay, 889er, contact Gardermoen Tower, 118 small 305.
Gardermoen Tower 118 305, Scandinavian 889er.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel, you're quite low, so I'm going to keep you at 180 for about 5 minutes.
Oops, can you repeat that please, Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel?
I'm just going to keep at flight level 180, you're very low on your profile.
Keep 180, the Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel.
Viking 44, when ready, descend flight level 120.
So flight level 120, Viking 44.
Finnair 7 Papa Alpha, ready to taxi.
Finnair 7 Papa Alpha, taxi Lima Romeo Golf, holding point runway 18.
Lima Romeo Golf to holding point runway 18, Finnair 7 Papa Alpha.
Condor 32 uniform, wind is cushion 280 degrees 5 knots, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
18, clear takeoff, Condor 32 uniform.
Polaris control, vacated runway Nordic 240.
Sorry, station callings again?
Vacated runway at Værnes Nordic 240.
Nordic 243, taxi stand 33 via Yankee.
Stand 33 via Yankee. Thank you for your service, Nordic 240.
Sierra Tango Alpha identified, climb flight level 150.
Climbing flight level 150, Sierra Tango Alpha.
Polaris, good day, Skinny Ford 8 Massive for Alpha passing 6,400 now.
Scanning 488, Polaris control identified, climb flight level 290, direct LTOC.
Climb flight level 290, direct LTOC, Skinny Ford 8.
Polaris Low, Scandinavian 37 Bravo 2600.
Entry 7 Bravo, Polaris control identified, climb flight level 350.
33.
Flight level 350, Scandinavian 37 Bravo.
38. 37. It's occupied by the static, I believe. 36. 35. 34. 33 is occupied.
Viking 44.
Nice.
Viking 44, go ahead.
Yeah, unable to find the waypoint. We're still doing it for now.
Viking 44, if you look in your ILS chart for the ILS Yankee runway 01 right, you should see Nosla right there. And if you go into your direct page, type November Oscar Sierra Lima Alpha, it will be sent right there. Clearing 37 Bravo, clear direct Arthur.
Direct Arthur, skin the 37 Bravo.
Viking 44 directing Nosla. We found it now, thank you.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel, when ready, descend flight level 100.
When ready, descend 100. Lufthansa 7 Mike Hotel.
On the 3 to uniform airborne, maintaining 6,000. Correction, maintaining 5,000.
103 to uniform identified, climb flight level 350, clear direct to Ramud.
Ramud, level 350 of technical, on the 3 to uniform.
Sierra Tango Alpha,
Whoa.
clear direct to Kvernberget, Kilo Victor Bravo, expect visual approach from 07.
Direct Kilo Victor Bravo, expect that is 07, Sierra Tango Alpha.
Sierra Tango Alpha, expect visual approach from 07.
Say again, please.
Expect visual approach.
Expecting visual approach, Sierra Tango Alpha. And Sierra Tango Alpha, please confirm direction Vigra.
No, Kilo Victor Bravo VOR.
Kilo Victor Bravo, Sierra Tango Alpha, thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, you should just. I'm just gonna send you to the Rhodes airport once you're ready for the visual. You just tell me, and then we will get done.
Why is the jetway connected?
Log is good, Flight 435, climbing to 7,000 feet.
Flight 45, please control identified, report current altitude, climb flight level 360.
Climb level 360, Flight 435.
Flight 45, report current altitude.
Current altitude 3,000 feet, apologies.
Viking 44, when ready, descend 5,000 feet, QNH is 1020.
Send 5,000 feet, QNH 1020, Viking 44.
We'll end the stream.